Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I am your host, Davion, and I'm joined by Oronde,
What up?
Lillian,
Good.
and Elijah.
Yo.
How we doing today, y'all?
I had a mini nap, so I'm not as tired.
Ah, that's new. Elijah, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Lillian, how you doing? Good?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. I'm doing good myself. Today we're doing it. The NFL predictions video. We've covered all the divisions over the past two months. Now we're about to move into predicting, giving y'all our MVP, our rookies of the years, our coach of the year, our comeback players of the years, and our Super Bowl prediction, the really big one. But starting off today, who do we think is going to be our MVP this year? Or y'all's MVP anyway?
I don't even know, dude. I don't have any MVP front runners in my head yet.
I got a couple.
I don't either.
I got Justin Herbert.
That's a little bold prediction. Statement.
What?
This is not too bold. He's actually fourth on some of them.
Yeah, I think he's decent in the odds, but also, I mean, when you look at Justin Herbert, I mean, win record matters a lot in MVP races.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have the defense to get a win record. But now you add Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson. I think that's a defense that gets you a few extra wins, and Justin Herbert is that guy.
I completely agree. I think y'all know if you listened last year, I'm definitely on the Herbert train. But I think there's three that in my mind that I would give to this MVP conversation: Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Justin Herbert as well. Because I feel like just the MVP is just such a quarterback-driven award, just because of how much they matter and you rely on a quarterback. What?
Can I comment on your Josh Allen?
Yeah, go ahead.
I could see Josh Allen definitely winning the Super Bowl for sure if the Bills make it to the Super Bowl. If he make it to the Super Bowl, it's guaranteed locked down that he's going to win it.
Well,
as it stands, with Josh Allen leading early MVP odds, the next skill position behind quarterback is Derrick Henry at 15th.
Yeah, 15th. So it's 15th.
Underneath Trey Lance, might I add.
Hey, listen, Trey Lance. That's people are definitely saying that there's a big jump. Well, granted, he didn't play much last year, but there's going to be a really big jump in Trey Lance this year. That 49er team showed us last year that they were definitely a team to look out for because their defense and their barrel offense. They beat a number one Packers team, and they also beat who else did they beat last year? I can't remember. They beat the Packers and the Bucks. So
the Cowboys. They didn't beat the Bucks.
Huh?
You talking about 49ers?
Yeah, who did they beat?
They beat the Bucks. They beat the Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys, not Bucks. I'm sorry. Packers and the Cowboys. So it's I think it showed. I'm not saying Jimmy G's a bad quarterback, but maybe Trey Lance can extend them to being a really high developed team. So so realistically, because this is about one of the same questions. Do you have a Super Bowl prediction right now? Who do we think is gonna make it to the Super Bowl?
Didn't we talk about this a couple podcasts ago, saying the Rams and the NFC for sure, possibly?
I think it's probably when we were talking about the NFC West.
Yeah.
I got a prediction. Well, I got two teams in each division. So I got three. I got Bills, Chargers, and the Bengals in the AFC. And then I have the 49ers and the Rams in the NFC.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's it. That's all it's gonna be. Kansas City might. Huh?
Who was AFC again?
Chargers, Bills, and Bengals.
Okay, I wasn't tripping. You snuck in Chargers. Okay.
They're a good team on paper right now.
Hey, if we go superstition, we should put Cardinals in there because Arizona is hosting Super Bowl.
You sneaking in Chargers?
Huh?
Huh?
I don't know about the Cardinals.
Okay.
They are hosting Super Bowl, so the last two winners were hosting.
That affects.
But they literally aren't good, bro, at all. They're not good.
Cardinals is good. They just fumble. Kyler Murray just need to step up, and then their defense is bad as well. So.
I mean, did they increase their offensive line this offseason, though?
The biggest increase at offensive line goes to the Bengals.
Yeah.
They added Lyle Collins. Who else am I thinking of? Ted Karras and Alex Kappa.
I mean, so
those are huge names.
I mean, so realistically, I mean, the Bengals. I think the Bengals will be back in that position next year. I think they will be in the like. I honestly think they'll take the Super Bowl. I mean, like the Super Bowl this year because they've done nothing but add like talent to their O-line for one, which was what they big needed. If he had one more second, that was a touchdown for Joe Burrow, and they would have won the Super Bowl. But it's just a matter of what like that. I mean, like who really steps up? Because I feel like the NFC is such just such a polarizing like division. There's like 2 or 3 teams, maybe 4 teams max that are like good. But when it comes to like the AFC, it's like their top 8 can beat the NFC all day long.
What do you want, Logan?
And so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Rookies this coming down this year. Who looks good for you guys? Rookie wise,
Chris Olave is a huge one.
Yes. George Pickens.
Well,
Pickens.
Holding off on the Pickens train because the quarterback situation. The quarterback situation in Pittsburgh is questionable.
But I looked at. I mean, but watching,
all of the options are good for him.
I'm saying I looked at I watched that game, like against the Seahawks a couple days ago, and they all played well. We know Mason Rudolph's not going to start.
Yeah, but that's the number one thing is it's the Seahawks, and so like I want to see Steelers quarterbacks against a good defense.
I mean, but he looked good though. Personally, he looked really good.
But before I jump on that hype train, I want to wait a few weeks and see what the quarterbacks do.
Hutchinson for the Lions looked good on his first play of the game. Like, he looked good. So I mean, we know like the linemen love the defensive player of the year, defensive rookie of the year award, and I think Hutchinson can probably take it. I mean, that Lions team is on the come up for sure, and so he'll be one to watch out for. I think the receivers will probably win the offensive rookie of the year because I mean, what quarterback just came out? I want to draw on a blank. None of them will start. I don't think. Maybe Kenny Pickett will. Maybe. I don't think he will. But they're literally the Steelers are one of the teams that look really good right now. I just read some, and he looks like he's gonna be QB2 going to their second preseason game. But I know, huh?
But also another wide receiver rookie that's looking good is Tyquan Thornton, the speedster out of Baylor.
Where's he at?
New England.
Oh. Yeah. So, I mean, I know this is a predicting podcast, but I wanted to touch on something real quick. It looks like there's an end to this Browns quarterback, Deshaun Watson saga. So NFL just came out about an hour ago and said that he will be suspended for 11 games and fined $5 million. Do we think this is substantial enough? Like this is good enough, or like is it over now?
I think it'll satisfy the general public who don't know what's happening, and plus we still don't have all the details, so it's as good as we're going to get.
Yeah, we're not getting better than 11 games.
And also, he out of just game checks, he only loses like what $2/3 of $1 million. That's what they had to have the fine.
Yeah,
but he comes back against Houston, so that's pretty awesome.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, does this? I know we're not going to talk on the Browns, but does this hamper the Browns' season this year? Does this make them like not a playoff team?
I think they can still get there because I trust Jacoby given what he did for when Brady was out.
That's
so
years ago, and different system.
But I think he can just keep him afloat. Maybe give him an opportunity to have Deshaun come back and finish off the season.
Because they have Carolina week 1, Jets week 2. That should be 2-0, right?
Should
Steelers week 3, I think it's 2-1. Atlanta then, so that's 3-1. Chargers 3-2. New England. Around how do you feel about the Patriots and that matchup?
If we can figure out our offense, I think we should be just fine.
So 3-3, maybe.
Yeah, 3-3.
Then Baltimore, 3-4. Then the Bengals 3-5. Then they have a bye week, and then the Dolphins.
Are we predicting already?
I'm going. Well, no, we're just talking about this Browns. I'm going 3-6. I think the Dolphins will beat them. And then the Bills. I mean, week 11. Yeah, no, I think they'll go. Ooh, I don't think the Browns are going to be that good.
Yeah, because Deshaun's not coming back after not playing a regular season game in a year and a half, and then winning 7 straight games to make you like 10-7.
I mean, because right now you have to play the Bills week 11, and then Tampa Bay week 12, and then Houston week 13.
I give them 3 wins in total, or 4, possibly 4.
I think they can their max.
I'd say the over under.
What's their over?
I'll take the over.
What's the over under?
I don't know if Oddsmakers is updated yet. Let me check.
If it's 4, I'll take. If it's 4, I'll take that bet over. I think they can win 5 or 6 this year, but no more than that.
Yeah.
So current Browns odds. So they opened at 9.5. It just now sits at 8.5 on DraftKings.
8.5.
8.5.
I'm going under.
Yeah, under.
Way under, honestly.
That's a 5, maybe 6 win team max.
It's still at a decent odds, and this was updated 4 hours ago. Yeah, it sits at 8.5. They still have plus 105 for it, so that's not bad. What is it? Panthers, Jets, Steelers, Falcons, Chargers. I mean, I think it's a bet I think it's a bet I'd take.
For over?
Yeah, I'll take the over.
I don't know about that. But here's the power rankings real quick. This is just a catch-up video for the NFL. We haven't really talked about, some of the present things. But the Bills are ranked 1, Rams are ranked 2. I'll just give you top 10. Buccaneers are 3, 49ers are 4, Bengals are 5. Why did they drop to 5? Don't really know. Packers are 6, Chiefs are 7. I think that's fine. Broncos are 8, Chargers are 9, and then the Ravens are 10. And then right just outside of that, the Raiders at 11. Do we think the Ravens? Okay, so how do we feel about the Ravens?
I think the Ravens will be just fine. There's not too much to go off of. I mean, other than like maybe losing a wide receiver, but they've already replaced them, especially with their draft pick, and they're just a solid team last year, just riddled with injuries.
Yeah, not a lot to go off of, but I mean, as long as Lamar's still Lamar, the Ravens are fine.
I think I saw something recently that he said that he will not play if they don't extend his contract. So you have 2.
Yeah, they gave him till week 1. He gave him till week 1 to figure their stuff out.
So you got 2, 3 weeks ish, give or take, to get this figured out. And if not, he's not going to play. Some other news that came down. Zach Wilson. I think he hurt something in his knee.
He bruised his
knee,
bruised bone and tore meniscus. So he'll be back by week 5, week 4.
It's a big loss for the Jets, isn't it?
No, because Joe Flacco's there and he's consistent. He's already been doing well during training camps and everything. So I don't think they'll miss a beat.
He did get high praise. I forgot about Flacco.
I mean, it is Joe Flacco. I can't say I don't trust Mr. Flacco.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame defenses whenever he won.
but he also is a game manager. And Jets, all you need to do is just keep them in the game
and keep them with the ball instead of throwing picks, right?
Exactly, precisely.
So, I know there's this award every year that's given out, comeback player of the year, but who do we expect to be breakout stars this season? Because I have one. Well, I don't have one, but I was listening to some other sports podcasts and stuff, and a name popped out, and it's usually like 1 year after your surgery, you usually come back and produce really well. But Saquon Barkley, that's what I heard yesterday. He's gonna be a beast this year. Who else do we got like that can come back and really make a big name for themselves?
I have something opposite of that. I have somebody who would be the biggest regressor for this coming season. Trayvon Diggs.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah. Bro was getting cooked.
Like he had a terrible
gosh.
What's funny is that like just because of the interceptions that like makes him so good, but like those balls, if you like watch, I would say because how many
like the Patriots one, because he got a pick, and then immediately the next play after got led off a 75-yard touchdown.
Like how many did he finish with last year? 11?
Is it either 11 or 13? It might have been 11.
And I think like at least half of those were like just bad, like poorly thrown balls. They weren't like balls that were like that he like ball hawked and like got good picks. And so honestly, when it comes to him, I think he'll get exposed a little bit this year.
I think a little bit is an understatement.
Oh yeah, you think he's gonna?
I think he's just gonna get cooked. He might end the season with like 5 picks, maybe. He's not breaking double digits again. I can tell you that.
Yeah, of course not.
You know who I think will make a comeback?
Who's that?
Eli Apple.
Bro, he's been trying to make a comeback for decades. That man's terrible. I was watching some footage of him. He was guarding somebody in the Bengals camp and got cooked, of course. Like, he's just that bad. I don't know how they still have him. I just don't know.
Plus, he got beef with all the cities.
Yeah, he does. I mean, it's funny looking at Dallas' schedule. They have a really hard schedule. I mean, their first 2 weeks is Tampa Bay and then the Bengals. And then you have Giants, Commanders, Rams, Eagles, Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings. We'll table the Vikings real quick because I want to talk about that team real quick. Giants, Colts, Texans, Jacksonville, Eagles, Tennessee, and Washington. I mean, this isn't an easy schedule. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they'll win 9 and 8.
Yeah, 9. That seems valid.
Yeah, I think they'll get 9 on them.
CBS has Eagles at 39% chance to win the division.
I'll match that. I'm behind that. I think the Eagles have developed a lot better than Dallas have. I mean, I know Dallas right now are going after that linebacker from the Bears. What's his name?
Roquan.
Yeah, Roquan Smith. And so maybe they can add that and help that linebacking core, but I don't think there's much going on with there.
Jerry Jones said no to Antonio Brown. He's like, we got plenty of young fellas over here.
I would say no to Antonio Brown too. Who wants
maybe he needs to go ahead and retire. I wouldn't touch him with a 6-inch pole. He's ridiculous.
That's a really short pole, Davion.
Yeah. Is it though? But listen, the Vikings. How do we feel about the Vikings this season?
I think they'll be better. Not much better, but better.
Because what did they finish with last year? Last season they were
decent.
Vikings. Yeah, they were they didn't have the best season last season. So
it was 8-9.
8-9. Yeah. I mean, and they're in a hard division right now, and the Lions are on the come up. Packers are still dominating that division. Maybe we'll see what happens. But it's just a matter of I just don't think they're progressing in the right way. I mean, I know Kirk Cousins stat-wise is one of the top in the league. But other than that, like they don't have really much to show for it.
If their defense can like actually get people off the field more and not get tired out from just letting first downs, because I think they were in top 10 in allowing first downs in the league last season, if I'm not mistaken. But if that could happen, I think Kirk will just be as consistent as ever. They should win more games and probably get a wild card spot.
I mean, we all know this. The NFC is not that hard. Like a 9-8 team will get into the NFC this year, or an 8-9 team, because we never know. You just never know these days. What? So I don't really talk about my team much, but I was looking at this video and somebody ranked the Saints to go 10-7, and I
don't know about that one, dog.
And I was like, are we watching the same, like, New Orleans? Like, don't get me wrong. The Saints have a lot of talent right now. They picked up a lot of talent this offseason at the receiving core and on defense. But
I just think you're too hesitant about Mr. Winston.
Oh, I definitely am. I mean, I just, he needs to, if this season, listen, if he goes 10-7 this season and puts up top 15 numbers, I will come back on this podcast at the end of the season and I will say that I was wrong. I will say that. But until then, I just need to show. He hasn't showed me enough, personally. Granted, he was playing well before he went down last year, but I mean, it was
that should be proof enough for you.
I mean, but now he's gonna come back off an ACL injury. I mean, you don't come back perfect off those things. And so I just have to wait and see what that looks like.
Just don't expect him to, run for 1,500 yards.
I'm not expecting him to run at all. I mean, because oh no, I don't know. I'm a little hesitant about the Saints this year. I'm of course I'm a fan. I expect them to be good, or not even good. I'm expecting them to be 8-9, 9-8. But if you can squeeze another win over a top team, because we do play a lot of hard teams this season, I'd be more than surprised, and I'm more than happy. But Elijah, so you being our residential Packers fan, how do you? What's your overall prediction about this season
for the Packers?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any progress so far.
Any promise?
Any progress?
Oh,
did you hear about what Roger said about your receivers too?
Ridiculous.
That was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm looking at the schedule right now.
So as you look at the schedule, I just feel like Rodgers, that's one of those things. And I was listening to Shannon, Undisputed, Skip and Shannon, and they were literally talking about Shannon was like, listen, that's you can mess up, but that's one of those things you don't tell the media. That's one of those things you just walk up to and be a man to man. And you tell this person, hey, you missed that tackle, hey, you missed that cut. You got to be better than that.
Right.
And so I just feel like Rodgers has completely lost his mind, honestly.
He's at the point where he can speak like that, though.
It's like that.
I think him being honest will hold him more accountable than just him being personal. Because I'm sure he tells them in private, but being public about it puts more pressure on him to, put him the effort to be better, which is what he wants because he doesn't have his all-pro wide receiver anymore.
I mean, I guess so, but at the same time, I mean, these are fourth-round picks, rookies. You need it's a way that how you handle criticism, and I think he openly doing it like that, it just isn't the best. I think you go up to these kids, because there are kids compared to him. He's almost 40 years old, and they're just getting out of high school. That's a big gap, and so it's I feel like you have to come up to them and be like, hey, listen, you missed that ball, but you got to be there for the next one. Or I mean, you can chew into them as much as you want to, but just don't go to run into the media about it. I think Rodgers has completely lost it as a quarterback because of how, like you said, because of how successful he's been in this league.
I will say 10-7.
Yeah, I agree. I think 10-7, but also I think Rodgers just doesn't have the leadership capabilities.
Oh yeah, of course not.
And
I really disagree with that.
Because
I just have the leadership.
Where?
So he don't have leadership at all?
No.
He's always had the leadership. Being behind another great quarterback will always show you how to handle yourself and how to handle your team.
Oronde, Davion, say something. Because you always say something about Rodgers, and I got to go ahead, say something. Why he's not a leader?
If he's been listen, there's no way on this planet he's a true leader when you go out in public and bash your rookie receivers to the media. When you when you literally this offseason you go and do whatever you want and he's not a
You're saying it like he pulled a Jimmy Garoppolo.
He's not a leader. If he was a leader, he would have more rings. True or false?
False. You can be a great leader and still.
I got to say on that. Drew Brees was a leader.
Yes.
And he don't got more rings. So what's your point on that?
My point is.
All right. Then,
listen. Okay. Watch this. But you said that point. Let me say my point.
Because you just said he would have had more rings if he was a leader. Drew Brees is a leader, right?
You're right.
Why he don't have more rings?
Because if we look at the teams that we both had.
Oh, so it's about the team now.
Drew Brees was a leader to the entire team. Was he not? Was he not?
Oh, so it's about the team now.
Okay, listen.
That's about the team.
Okay, let me say two things.
Y'all had the best offensive team, better than Packers.
No.
Yes, I
No.
did.
No.
Yes,
I'm going to sit here and let you try. On paper through the 15 years that Drew Brees was at
but y'all was always better than us in offense when y'all had Kamara, Thomas, when
you
everybody
had
was
a more complete team. Over his career, he had better teams.
Team.
No, you've had better teams over the entire length of his career.
Okay.
Exactly. That's it. Huh?
But it's nothing.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand where that's coming from. But table, it's gonna table that conversation. We can argue about this all day. So talking more about these predicting these teams and stuff. I think we know who's gonna be bad, like Seattle. Okay, so Jacksonville. What are we saying with Jacksonville this season? Are we expecting them to be a light switch on and off? They're going to be really good this season and better than what they were last season, or do we expect something else?
I expect growing pains, but I expect them to be much better.
Yeah, I was just about to say much better than Seahawks.
Much better than Seahawks? Let me look at these
schedules. A little bit better.
I say Jackson gets at least 5 wins.
5?
Yeah.
5.
Better, but not good.
Schedule?
Hold on. So they have the Commanders week 1, toss up. Colts week 2, loss. Chargers week 3, loss.
Colts? Is it at Jacksonville or is it in Indianapolis?
I think it's
Indianapolis the first game.
Sure, I'll count that as a loss.
So that's a loss.
Yeah.
Chargers loss.
Eagles, no. It's in Jacksonville.
Oh, that's a win.
A win, yeah.
We'll see. Chargers, loss. Eagles?
Probably loss.
Loss. Texans.
Toss up.
Okay.
1 win so far.
Colts in Indianapolis,
Loss.
Giants. Win.
2.
Broncos, Raiders, Chiefs, all losses.
Yeah.
Ravens, Lions, Tennessee, all losses.
Yeah.
Dallas, loss. The Jets,
that's a
win. And then the Texans and Tennessee. So what, 4? 4, maybe 5?
Maybe.
This schedule's just really hard again for this team. Do we expect Trevor Lawrence to put up some numbers?
Yes. Trevor Lawrence is a great QB. They shored up the O-line a little bit better than they have it last season. They have a run game now that Travis Etienne is back and Robinson. So that should help him with at least play action, which he was great at in Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence was screwed by a man named Urban Meyer.
The coach, yeah.
That clown.
The ultimate wife hunter.
He'd have a better QB development his first rookie season. So
I mean, he's got Doug Peterson, who won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Listen, I am not.
Oh, you trashed him? Because you trashed him all last season.
I have to wait and see. Week one, come back and listen to me either trash or give this man his praise.
Oh, okay.
I definitely did trash him all last season, though.
You did.
Definitely did. Before we head out, any last minute things y'all want to talk about?
I think the media is overreacting to a lot of training camp narratives, and also I'm excited for the preseason game because Panthers and Patriots have been fighting all week, especially Mr. Feisty McCaffrey.
Really?
Mm-hmm. 3 or 4 fights in the past few days.
Oh, they bugging out there. I'm gonna watch that.
A fan was injured in the stands because it was one of them was close to the stands.
Ooh, that's a fine.
I do want to talk about one team that I didn't hear nobody brought up in the AFC. So what's the deal with the Chiefs?
They'll be fine.
They'll be good.
Yeah,
they'll be fine.
I agree.
Mahomes hasn't missed a step. Kelsey's still there. They got some really good picks on the offensive side. And
Juju's not as bad as everyone acts like he is.
I forgot about Juju.
Juju does a couple dances and everybody acts like he's bottom 5.
But wasn't he also injured last season too?
He was injured.
Yeah. So
also, if Jackson Mahomes stays away from the team, they should be fine.
Why everybody get on his brother a lot?
Because he sucks.
I don't really watch his TikToks.
You don't have to watch his TikToks. He does bad stuff, like the dancing on who is it?
Sean Taylor's memorial.
Yeah, like all that stupid stuff that he does, throwing drinks at people.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I don't think they can make it to the Super Bowl.
They can. Oh, they can. We're not discrediting them at all. There's just nothing to really say about them aside from their obvious improvements and one glaring hole that they have replaced, which was Tyreek Hill.
Listen, that's I'm really just saying, I think we haven't really mentioned it much because I feel like that whole AFC that side of it is just going to be a toss-up, and I think all of those games are going to be good primetime games. And I'm just expecting I'm expecting nothing but good football all season long in the AFC.
Exactly.
Because all those teams are good.
Hey, I'm gonna leave with this. Dan Campbell for Coach of the Year.
Agreed.
Either
if Dan Campbell brings them to 6 or 7 wins, he gets Coach of the Year. If Belichick gets the Patriots back to the playoffs and at least out of the first round, he gets Coach of the Year.
Well, but it's like Belichick's. That's like one of those things where Belichick could win Coach of the Year every year, but he just doesn't. Realistically, he should have won it last season with that team.
They expect it though.
Huh?
It's expected though. So
not last season. Did you really expect the Patriots to because what did they finish? They finished 12 and.
We went 10-7 last season.
How about 10
and 7?
They won 12.
It's Bill Belichick. Everybody at the end of the season, if they end up doing well, it's just it's because Bill Belichick's Bill Belichick.
Exactly, and that's why he hasn't won as many coaches of the year as he probably deserves.
Well, I think a lot of it also is he necessarily Coach of the Year every year? Because there are other great coaches that have done things worthy of it. Because it's if you were to think about it, Dan Campbell taking a Detroit team from 3 wins to 9 wins in one season, that would be more impressive than the Patriots just making the playoffs again.
Also, Aiden Hutchinson looks amazing.
Yeah. So do we think the Lions would be a playoff team this year?
Wild card.
Wild card at best.
Wild card if they make it.
All right.
My bold prediction for the Lions is that they sweep the Packers series.
Oh, I hope it.
That's funny. I'll split it.
I know you'll split it, but that's just my fun prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was the Bengals going to the playoffs, and look at that got me.
I ain't gonna lie, you went for the Bengals the whole playoffs, and they made it to the Super Bowl.
You definitely did. That was nuts.
I'm going for the underdog, the Bengals, and they won every single game.
I stick to my bits, man.
Yeah, but. I think that's it. We're all excited for the football season. I don't know if we'll be releasing any more NFL podcasts until after week 1.
We could do a post-draft special.
Oh no, we're definitely gonna do
Talk about
that.
defensive player of the year? No.
Defensive players of the year. We can talk about it real quick. Defensive player. There'll be a lineman.
Von
maybe
Miller.
I think
Von Miller. This dude's name in the Rams.
Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald. Khalil.
Tired.
Joey, but one of the Bosa brothers will probably win it.
Donald did not retire. He got paid.
He got paid. He thought about retiring.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I hate the Cowboys, but Michael Parsons is a bad man.
Okay, so I completely agree. Michael Parsons is really good. Yeah. He could definitely win it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard if they like brought in that kid from Chicago, he'll be on the line, which is interesting.
Also, Evan Neal is a good rookie of the year candidate if he does well.
No, he's an offensive lineman. He's just not going to win it.
I know he's not going to win it, but he would be a nice candidate.
Like statistically, Creed Humphrey probably should have won it last year.
Yeah. See, so I don't know. I feel like that award is so like hard because there's so many players to look out for. It's just like the offensive players. I mean, the offensive players and MVPs are always going to be most of the time going to be quarterbacks or receivers or running back like Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry got hurt. There's one more thing I was going to say. Yeah. Oh, back to Oronde. So there's 2 videos to look out for. I think we're going to go live one night, week 1 of the football season. I think we're going to Thursday night, we're going to go live and watch the game. I think some of you are going to come over and we're going to go live on the channel, and that'll be good. But also I think our fantasy draft is going to be live too. So
also I can also live stream that myself on Twitch.
Yeah. So I mean, and when is that? When is our draft?
Our draft should be September 7th at 6:30.
Yep. I gotta look at that schedule. You gotta make sure he gonna be there
at 6:30. I made sure because I had to do it for my computer. I set up some nice draft rules for all of us, and once we get that last person, I'll randomize it. So it's just not me at first pick.
Yeah, that works. That works fine. At 6:30, right?
Correct.
All right. So yeah. Okay, I'm just wasting time now. But yeah. If you made it this far, thanks for listening. Appreciate you for listening. NFL is coming. We are close. I can feel it. We are so close to the NFL season. And I'm looking forward to it so much. Oronde, Lillian, Elijah, thank y'all for coming on today. Check out our Instagram. It's at the Postgame Inc. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace.